hear me, look, it is blowing a gale out here. I've got the mic on, so that should take away the wind. My name is Rich. Welcome to the Suffolk Crunch Ipswich Town News Roundup. We are on Tuesday, and there's lots and lots of news today to get through. Firstly, we will go for 180 likes. Hit the subscribe button. We've got a few new subscribers after yesterday's video. If you haven't seen that, pop back and have a look at that. That was a little bit of an Ed Sheeran concert sort of recap, and just a few goings on at town. Good afternoon, Paul. Hopefully you're well. We will go for 180 likes. Hit subscribe. Turn on notifications. Suffolk Crunch is sponsored by the Bad Shirt Club. Head over to the website for all your bucket hats, shirts, and jackets. Use the code TSC30 at the checkout for 30% off. Anyway, good afternoon, Louis Fenton. Good afternoon, Kevin. So today, quite an emotional day for me. Been to the funeral directors this afternoon with my mum to arrange my dad's funeral, and I did not want to be seeing the news today, of all days, that the skipper, Sam Morsy, is on the verge of leaving the football club. Did get a couple of messages last night. I knew yesterday morning that he hadn't travelled to Austria. He wasn't on the plane, so we thought something was cooking there. Obviously, over the weekend, Alan Nixon's said that Derby are interested. And then, I got a message last night saying, obviously, there was some interest from Kuwait. Good afternoon, Jonathan. Hope you're good, mate. And then, obviously, this morning, Stuart Watson broke the news. He's looks like he's leaving town. Phil on TWTD there's a story on there. He's flown to Kuwait today with his family. There's a 2-year deal on the table. Good afternoon, Ashton 520. Hope everyone is good. Where's the sun gone, guys? Looks like it's going to rain. We need some rain. So he's flown out to Kuwait. Kuwait SC have offered him a 2-year deal. And I just thought I'd come on and I'd do a video this afternoon on my thoughts. Personally, I'm absolutely devastated that Sam Morsy could be leaving the football club. I think it's a lot of people will say the time is right. He's 34 in September. There he is, Mike Brown, Legacy Baits from the bank. How's the fishing going, Mike? Hope you're good. But look, I still personally think that Sam Morsy has got a lot to offer the football club. I can understand probably the club's stance that he had a 2-year contract going in last season, so he's into the final year now. He's going to be 34. I can understand the club's stance probably not offering him a new deal. I get that. I totally do. But I still think Daryl Meadows says he's one of town's best captains. Pity fans couldn't give him the ovation he deserves. Now, I tweeted that this morning, Daryl. I think it's a real shame that if Sam does go, that he's not going to have that reception from a full house at Portman Road. Hopefully, I don't know, somewhere through the season there might be. I'm not sure what the schedule is out in Kuwait and when they play and whatever. Hopefully, he might have some free dates, and it would be absolutely fantastic if we did get to give him the send-off he deserves. But getting back to where I am on Sammy as a player at the moment. Harry, how come he goes for free? I swear I've seen that. It's because he's going abroad. If it was in this country, I think they'd want to transfer free. But I think with the service that Sam's given us, I think I was looking earlier, he's over 160 appearances. I think it was 11 goals, 19 assists. Can anybody in the comments? Here you go. We'll get on to Hackney in a minute. Can anyone in the comments guess how many yellow cards Sam Morsy has had in his time at town? Go. But I think the football club stance is probably his age. And I know the midfield needs a revamp, and we've obviously signed Azor. He came in on Sunday, but I still think Morsy, he won't get a testimonial, Mike. You've got to be there 10 years, mate, I'm afraid. Fuck. Hang on, Rob Holmes. Rob Holmes has obviously been reading some stories because he's got it absolutely bang on the money. 54 yellow cards for Sam Morsy in his time at town. No red cards. Unbelievable. But yeah, the football club has obviously taken this stance. I think with the midfield revamp that's going to be, well, look, it's in progress at the minute. Now, where I stand, I thought we needed 3 in at the start of the season. Right, you lost Mass, Jens Kajust, and Calvin Phillips. Don't agree with George H. that simply Morsy too slow now because he's never had pace. I don't think he's ever had pace. And anyone says, oh, he's lost his pace. He never had it in the first place, you know. Kevin says, Morsy could easily play 30-odd games for us, just not every game. It's sad he's leaving. Harry Lee still could have played a massive part this season. Louis Fenton, it really does hurt. In my time, he's been the best player I've seen for Ipswich. I think you just echoing the thoughts of probably the majority of the fan base there. But I still think you need that player to bridge the gap between your players you've got now, your players coming in. I think Morsy sets the culture, he sets the standards on and off the pitch. And I think you're losing that experience in the dressing room. I think we'll get on to these players in a minute, Rob. We're just chatting about Morsy at the minute. Did I just spit on myself? Probably. Louis Fenton. Now Morsy's gone, I think we need 3 centre midfielders. Not fully convinced that Taylor and Humphreys are staying. Matt Tarrow, Jack Taylor will be staying, who I personally don't think is good enough for a championship promotion team. There's a lot to happen. Transfer window doesn't close, obviously, until 1st of September. So there's a lot can happen, mate, in that time. Adrian Garrett, Mills, Holland, Morsy in that bracket. Steve Howard, sad that Hughes Pro is going, but we're a bigger club, better club now, so to let Sammy go. It's a tough time at the moment, Rich. We all hope it goes well. Good afternoon, Sean. MB ITFC, good afternoon. Get your tissues ready for the leaving video. I mean, if anyone's following Joey Sadler on Twitter, he's put out a fantastic video, and it done me, tell you, as soon as I watched it. But that's what I'm thinking. Morsy, he could still do a job. I still think he could play 30 games. And I think if you look when he came in under Paul Cook, and he all come in, and I remember Paul Cook saying after that Bolton game, we won't have many performances like this, you know, with Morsy. And he came in, and I thought, yeah, he's a good player, but Paul Cook's talking him up. Norwich boys, good afternoon. How are you? I'm keeping it clean. Don't worry. Everyone's welcome here. You know, fans of all clubs. It's good to chat football. But yeah, he came in, and I thought, yeah, he's a good player, but is he that good? And I think he has in his time proved to be a great leader on the pitch, a great captain. I think him and McKenna, you know, have that great relationship. Your captain and your manager, they're on the same page. I just think it's really, Rob Holmes says we will really miss Morsy's leadership on and off the pitch. Kevin says he has been a brilliant skipper and don't think the other players would step out of line with him as captain. Yeah, MB, ITFC, we didn't even get to give him a send-off. I mean, it's football, and football's a harsh world, and it moves really, really quickly. So, yeah, look, I'm personally gutted. I think he's been a major influence on the football club and the football club's climb from where we were in League One, and we were just in the doldrums a bit. And then probably when Sam came, did he think that he'd play Premier League football at town? Probably not. You know. Good afternoon, Keith from Gosport. Hopefully you are good. But yeah, the influence he's had on the football club, and we will all remember them memories of promotion day against Exeter. Promotion day. It makes me quite emotional against Huddersfield when we're on the pitch, and it was a proper pitch invasion that day. You know, it cuts deep when look, we've had certain players leave and look, we're upset, but Sammy Morsy, yeah, I can't put into words like what he means to me as a fan, because is he the best footballer I've ever seen at Portman Road? No, he's not, you know. No, he's not the best footballer. He's a very good footballer, but I think it's the influence he had. Like I say, there was Mills, Holland, Morsy. There's your three best captains, you know. So, c'est la vie. If Sam goes, he will go with everyone's best wishes, and I hope he earns a shed load of money, and I hope he has a good time out there. You know, we will always remember Sam Morsy as, I'd say he goes. You hear the word legend, but for me, he's a town legend. He's put his name in Ipswich folklore, and yeah, we will miss him. But there's loads of comments. Get in the comments, you know. 180 likes. So come on. But yeah, we've made one signing. Ruiz. There's talk that we've made a bid. And then this afternoon, it's broken. I got absolutely laughed out of Twitter a few weeks ago. I put a tweet on there. Hayden Hackney, he would be the ideal player for Ipswich Town to sign. And then it's surfaced a link this afternoon. Phil has, yeah, I remember that, Mike. You met him in the garage. People are saying modern day legend. Yeah, he's an all-time legend. Matt Tarrow, Rich, should I be expecting this type of live stream when Muric leaves later this summer? What do you think, Matt? I will let you answer. It's starting to rain. They did say 3 o'clock. I'm going to stay on the stream unless it absolutely belts it down. But yeah, Hayden Hackney linked, obviously at Borough, wants to go to the Premier League, says there's not a lot of Premier League interest at the minute. It's an upgrade. I don't care if you're a Middlesbrough fan. Coming to Ipswich is an upgrade because we're going to be one of the top teams this season in the Championship. He might have to wait for another year to play in the Premier League. So if he does, you know, come to Ipswich, Hayden Hackney. You will be part of the midfield rebuild. Good afternoon, Max. I know you're a Liverpool fan. Everyone's welcome here. But yeah, smash the subscribe for me as well, will you, mate? I really appreciate it. We're looking to get to 10,000. We're about 1,600 away, just under. Stephen Gerling, any ideas what a first team lineup will be yet? Not at the minute, because obviously, look, what are we? 3 weeks Friday from that first game. I'd hope to have at least one more midfielder in, because we're very, very light in there at the minute. We've got Jack Taylor, we've got Azor, we've got Cameron Humphreys, who I'm not really sure about. So Hackney he's very, very high on my list. He's a very good player. I would love Hayden Hackney at Ipswich Town. And then obviously today, 5 p.m, the time is ticking. Apparently Amari's, there you go. Just come up on Flash Scores. Liverpool moved to sign Isak. There's some interest there. Alexander Isak, my word. Yeah, Harry, we're getting on to Amari now. So Amari's release clause apparently expires today at 5 p.m. So 35 million. So that's disappearing. They've had some interest from Brentford, which was nowhere near that clause. So that's been put on the back burner. Yeah, if that is the case and that goes, Town are now in control. They can want more than 35 million. They can set the price now, Town. The only thing for me is, do I want to get into a situation what Leeds had a couple of years ago when they had like Sinistera? There was players there when they started in the Championship. They didn't want to be there. Now, Hutchinson, very good player. Would I like to see him in a blue shirt come the start of the season for Town? Of course I would. I just don't want to get to that stage where we've got a player who doesn't really want to be at the football club. Yeah, I'm not saying Amari wouldn't want to be at the football club, and hopefully if Town say, right, you're staying unless we get 40 million, you know. George H. Bamford, would you take him at Town? Patrick Bamford, good player. Going back to the days when Mick was here, I'm still not quite sure how he won the Championship Player of the Year that season when Daryl Murphy was here, because Murphy got 27 goals. He was the best player in the league. So Patrick Bamford, good player. He's had a few injury scares. Nah, not for me, mate. Not for me. He's a good player. I'm not ruling him out, but I think Town can do better, and I think we'll be looking for better than that. Enjoy the Championship. Thank you, Archie. We're back where we can win some games, and then we're back in the Prem next season. So I'm not sure who you support, Archie. Tammy Abraham on loan. That is a very wild shout, but I would definitely take him. But get back to Amari. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get to the stage where we've got a player who doesn't want to be at the football club. If he's going to go and we can get 35, 40, Archie's a toffee, up the toffees. Hopefully you're looking forward to your new ground. Went to Goodison at the end of last season, mate. One of my favourite grounds. Sad to see it go. I know it's there for the women this season, but yeah, that was my last visit to Goodison. I see the shop's closed now, opposite, so that's gone. But hopefully you're going to enjoy the, what is it, Dickinson? I'm not even sure what it's called, the stadium. It's got a sponsor in it. What is it called? Josh Madger from West Brom. No, thank you. I'm not sure striker-wise where we're going to go. Hill Dickinson. There you go. Craig from Winchester. I think Amari could be the best player in the Championship this season. 20-plus goal involvement. I totally agree with that. If he does actually stay at the football club, I think he's going to cause absolute havoc. You know, we've got some very good attacking players. You know, you keep Amari. Flynn Downs, George, I'm all over him. Every day of the week, twice on a Sunday. If you're on here a regular, you know I'm a big Flynn Downs fan. Jonathan, in my opinion, if Ipswich can handle the pressure of being Championship favourites, they will win the league. McKenna, Ipswich, not had that before. I left a voice note for one of my mates this morning, and I said, it's like basically what you've said there. We haven't had no pressure. When we came up from League One to the Champ before, it was, we were in the league and we were all, up there till Christmas. You know, we're in the top four and we're playing really well, you know. So, and then, I think that we'd stay up there? Probably not. Was there any pressure on McKenna to deliver promotion? Not at all. You know, there wasn't any pressure on Kieran then. But now coming back down with parachute money, with like the favourites tag, oh, there you go. Ned H. Are behind the idea of clubs like Wrexham and others being backed by wealthy individuals, rapidly inflating the club's reputation with big money, or should clubs organically rise up? Now, that is a very, very good. See Mike Brown's winding people up in the chat. Never change, Fisherman, never change. So look, Wrexham, they've gone from the National League, League Two, League One, straight into the Champ. Would they have done that without money? We all know that's a no. And I think anybody now in football, even Town, you know, we've had, obviously, the Game Changer came in and they've just drastically changed the football club overnight. You know, the success we've had. I know we went back down this season, but the success we've had and where we've come from, that's all through investment and money. So I think, you know, if you don't invest and you don't have money behind you, I think you're probably going to struggle. Look at Birmingham, you know. Wrexham won't get top 6 this season, says Jonathan. I think they'll have a good season. I think if they sort of consolidated Jonathan in mid-table, you know, I think that'd probably be decent for them. Birmingham on a different level. I think they'll be playoffs at least. Michael says Ipswich will have a target on their backs in the same way Leeds, Leicester and Southampton had as favourites for promotion. Definitely, you know, can we handle that expectation? Can you handle that pressure? We'll just have to wait and see. Would I take Stansfield on loan? No. I watched him for the under-21s. I think he's a good Championship mid-table striker. I don't think. Pen merchant. There you go. He got quite a lot of pens, didn't he, last season? I think he's a good player. And this might come back to bite me on the first day of the season when Jay Stansfield scores a couple of goals and we go back to Suffolk with our tails between our legs. But no, I wouldn't take him at Town. So Rob Holmes says, Luton are looking at Al Hamadi. I see that on Those Were the Days. I think he moves on this summer. I don't think personally. I think the football club has grown too big, too quickly for players like him. Maybe even Jack Taylor, players like that. You know, we signed from lower division teams, and I don't think he's quite going to cut the mustard. Ivanovic from Millwall looks good, says Kevin. Yeah, he's a striker. I think he's highly sought after, mate. He's one I would definitely take. There you go. Tone 007 says, money makes the world go round and football's the same. No such thing as a self-funded club. The days of local businessmen running your club are long gone. Yeah. Can't agree with that more. Where are we saying? Archie says, I've heard Amari's going to Everton. MB, ITFC, stay off the socials if we lose to Birmingham that night. George H says, Murich and Walton to leave. Wouldn't surprise me. Matt Turner says, great move for Ali. Michael says, Birmingham doing all the running with their recruitment at this moment in time. Michael says, still need a few signings, but I'd expect us to be top 2 of our squad. I think Jack Clark will be fantastic in the Championship. He will be our best player this season. Jack Clark, I'm expecting 20-plus goal involvements. I think he's a really good player. Wonder if we're still interested in William Goebbels from FC St Gallen, valued at 5 million, says Louis. David says, we hate Norwich. Town will win both games. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Dave. We've not beaten Norwich since 2009. So let's deal with the first game at Portman Road in October. And then if we can beat them, we'll look ahead to April when we'll be up the top of the league. Wouldn't it be lovely going to Carrow Road? Securing promotion. Who is your bet for the Golden Boot, Matt Tanro? It's way too early. Let's wait for a few more weeks when the season kicks off, and then we can discuss that. But any other business, anybody? Look, there's Norwich fans in here. You can come in here if you want. Keep giving me the views. Keep giving me the views. You can subscribe if you want, lads. I don't mind. You know, I'm all for the banter. We'll have some good banter with Norwich throughout the season. Dave says Norwich won't even get top 6. Well, we'll still soon be doing our predictions. Rob says, could you seriously see us getting both Louise and Hayden Hackney? Josh Brownhill. Daniel says, still on a free. And he had said he heard Brownhill wanted a huge signing on fee. Look, I still think we need another 3 midfielders. I said at the start of this video, I think we're short. We were short when Morsy was here, and if Morsy leaves, you've only just literally replaced him, and you've literally lost 3 other players. Now, 2 of them at least you're going to have to replace, and even is Cameron Humphreys in that mix as a squad player? I don't know. He'll obviously be given every opportunity, I'd have thought, in pre-season. I know we got the first game, I think, at the weekend in Austria. We will see you at St Andrews, TJ. Looking forward to it, mate. Friday night, St Andrews will be absolutely rocking. And I think you'll have a really good season. You know, I think you'll have a really good season. I think you've got to build on that momentum like we used that season when we went straight from League One and then straight through. So I think you'll be up there. Obviously, spending some money. It's good to see Birmingham, you know, back challenging, because Michael says, will you, the Suffolk Crunch, collaborate with other Ipswich Town podcasts going forward this season? Well, I'm open to that. I don't know if they're open to having me on, but we might do some bits. I'm not sure. I chatted the other day about there's some good, obviously, town podcasts about. It does actually look like it's going to absolutely belt down in a minute. So I might end this stream. We'll do another 5. We will go to 30 minutes. Louis says, to be honest, the hype around Wrexham and Birmingham may help take a little bit of pressure off Town. A lot of talk around them. You can hit subscribe, TJ, if you want as well, mate. It'd be great. We talk about Town here, but I'm a football fan in general, mate. So more the merrier. If you're a fan of any football club, you can come over here and You can chat. Is it raining? Rain is in the air. We'll be getting the covers on at cricket. I might have to do a cricket reaction. I was going to do it after this, but I think I might postpone it until another time. But yeah, 180 likes if you're watching live. There's 180 people watching live now. Each and every one of you should be pressing that thumbs up button, and then we get a like. Right, it is absolutely starting to rain. Can you hear it coming? Right, I'm going to bid you a fond farewell. I'm going to get in the dry because I don't want to get absolutely lashed on. We'll leave it on. MBITFC, Imagine an O'Shea, 95th minute winner at Norwich to secure promotion. Cheers for watching, everybody. We will see you on the next stream. I'm going in the dry because it's absolutely going to melt down. See you on the next show. Cheers for watching. Arr!